Hello YouTube, this is xisuma with another Minecraft tutorial. This video will show you my mob spawner that works with the new mob mechanics in Minecraft 1.0. It is compatible with my EXP farm tutorials, and I will be showing you how to build a spawning room that can gather mobs that don't move. This is the mob spawner that I have stacked 10 times to show off its potential for harvesting mobs. For those of you that are unaware of the mob mechanics in Minecraft 1.0, any mob except slimes that are 40 blocks away from the player will no longer move. The mob spawner itself is compiled of 3 components. First of all is the spawn rooms, which we have 4 of in this design. Second of all, the water channel. And third of all, the redstone loop that goes round the outside here and controls these pistons. The pistons are a crucial part of what makes this work with the new mob mechanics. So by hitting the button, the signal will make its way around the mob spawner, activating different groups of pistons as it goes around. So what this does is it moves the blocks inside our spawn room along, and as you can see here we have fence gates which the mobs that don't move will drop down into when the pistons push them from one side to the other. And this method uses no sticky pistons, so it's not as costly, and these half slabs are here to stop spiders from spawning. The spawn room is the part I'll be showing you how to build, since it's what makes this work with the new game mechanics. The rest of the mob spawner is not necessarily the most effective design, so I leave this open to the community to expand on my design. This means all video responses for the mob spawners that work with 1.0 will be approved, so you can check back to see what other people have come up with. So now I'm going to show you how to build the spawn room, and we're going to build it layer by layer. So first of all you need an area of land the size of 9 by 12 blocks. And now you can see I've used wool here, and this wool is red, which represents the layer we're working on, and we have white wool as well, which represents the layer we've already built. Now you don't have to use wool when you're building yours. You can use stone, cobblestone, stone bricks, wood or dirt. My only suggestion is to use a block that the Enderman can't pick up. So this first layer you need to place down your blocks like so. The back is 1 block from the edge, and at the sides it's 2 blocks with the extra block at the front. So on this layer we need to place these red blocks like so. As you can see they're basically one off the edge of the main platform, and then you need to place water source blocks at the back here, and it should look like so. On the layer above we simply need to place blocks on the ones we just previously placed. Now on this layer things get a little bit more complicated. So we have a row of red blocks at the front, and you can see a row across here with pistons, and these are normal pistons, not sticky ones. Then you miss a block at the back here, and you go all the way across until you have a 1 gap with these pistons, and you make another row down there, and then you need to alternate rows of fence gates and blocks. To place an open fence gate like this, you will need to place a block below, place the fence gate on top of that block, open it and remove the block below. To do this for a whole lane I would recommend starting at the back and making your way to the front. So for the next layer we have a ring here of red blocks again. So this side is at the front, this side we go alongside these pistons, we'll miss the block at the corner and we have a row across the back, and in the middle we place these 4 stone slabs. And the reason we do this is to stop spiders from spawning, and if you're wondering where to place them, it's simply 2 blocks from the corner on each of them. For this layer we simply place the same blocks we placed on the last level on the next one above, And now for the final level, we do the same thing again and fill in the roof. And now you can see it's complete. So we now know how to build the spawn room, and for those of you that simply want to copy the design I have here, I'm going to show you how to do that. You need to build 4 spawn rooms, and the edges of each spawn room need to meet up, like here. Then below that, 1 block down, you'll need to build a platform between all of the spawn rooms with a 2x2 hole in the middle, and then place a water source block in each of the corners. And this way you'll be able to funnel any mobs that fall down into the water stream all the way to the 2x2 drop here in the centre, which can go into either an EXP farm or simply a drop to gather the loot. The last thing you will need to do is create a circuit to activate the pistons. I've gone for this method, in which the current will travel through these repeaters, creating a delay and then activating 2 sets of pistons at one time. So here the current goes through the delay, and then it will activate these 2 spawn rooms, goes through the delay again, and then activates these 2, and it keeps going around in a circle, and that way we keep activating our spawn rooms and collecting mobs. So for those of you who haven't built mob spawners before, I need to point out that the mob spawner's effectiveness relies on the environment that it's in. So right now there's nothing else in this map, which means the only places that mobs can spawn are inside the mob spawner. So if you're planning on building this in a legitimate world, you will need to go out and light up as much as the surface as you can within a 144 block radius of the mob spawner. And as well as that, you'll also need to go underground and light up as many caves and caverns as you can. So that concludes the tutorial on how to build this mob spawner. As always, there's a link to download this map in the description box. And before the video ends, I'm just going to talk to people who want to build their own mob spawners and work on my design, maybe make it better or do something slightly different. So I'm just going to ramble on about it for a little bit. Okay, so the main mechanic to make this work is obviously the pistons moving the floor, and that way if mobs aren't moving we can move them down into the water streams. So there's a few things with this that I did some testing and wasn't sure what was best really, and the first one that comes to mind is the timing of activating the rooms. So the more we activate the room, the more mobs drop down, but it also creates lag with the amount of pistons that we're using. So if anyone's got ideas on how to reduce the amount of pistons, that would also be brilliant. And yeah, so what we got at the moment is 2 rooms activate at a time, these 2, then these 2, and it feels to me like it would probably be quicker if we could activate them maybe all at the same time, or each room gets activated every second, something like that. And the other thing about this design was where the water ends, where the mob comes out. Ideally you'd like to get the mob from the spawnable area to the end result, i.e. dropping to its death, and or maybe even being in the EXP farm as quick as you can, and this way isn't the quickest. So if anyone's got any ideas about that, I'd like to see what you come up with. And these half slabs are obviously to stop mob spawning, and I made a mistake here. I didn't put them on top of the pistons, I put them above, and that actually makes room for spiders to spawn. So I think that's pretty much everything really. It's really about the shape of the mob spawner room, because of the nature of using pistons and the fence gates, kind of makes it ineffective in some ways, as in it takes more time to control the mobs, etc. So if you've got any ideas, or you want to work on your own mob spawner, as I said earlier in the video, I'm accepting all video responses if you've got a mob spawner that works in 1.0. And yeah, together as a community I'm pretty confident that we can come up with something a lot better than this and a lot more effective. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.